Hello, pod racing fans, and welcome to the next match in the group stage of the Galactic Pod Racing Tournament of 2022. This time featuring KryptoRacer versus Mageius. Should be an exciting match of some of the lower qualified players. And joining me today is the ever illustrious Game Draco. Thank you for joining me today on commentary.
Yeah, definitely. You'll get to see the PS4 version today with KryptoRacer, and we are starting on Zugga. Yeah. I'm betting heavily on KryptoRacer because usually I can bet the whole pot on Mageius losing. Characteristics of the PS4 version is the much darker engine boost markers. I don't know. I'm not so sure. No, it's not that.
My volume in the Discord volume control got set to mute. So all that talking I did was completely pointless.
Yeah.
Why did I get muted in the stream? Come on, man. Oh, that's funny. Well, I did a whole intro, and it was a whole thing, and we'll just pretend that it was in there. Insert.
Oh my god.
It definitely happened.
I thought I had problems. I thought I had problems when I had to restart the stream because my mic wasn't going on, but you got a worse problem.
I mean, it wasn't even like, it was literally in the SpeedGaming broadcast thing. For some reason, it got set to 0, and I don't feel like it was done today. I think it was just there from some I don't know. Maybe somebody hit mute at one point in the past maybe it was when I was a tracker. I really don't know.
I hope it wasn't due to a previous commentator going AWOL.
I don't think so. I think we're fine. I'm just gonna see if they're ready because this is a little bit delayed. But yeah, anyways, All I said was welcome to the next stage of the next match in the group stage, Group 2, Crypto and Mageius, both of the lower qualified seeds. Not that that means anything in terms of quality of the match. It just means that these two are probably relatively similar in strength, relatively. And I don't really know has the advantage here. I think Crypto technically does, but it's hard to say.
I don't know. I guess my match, my commentary went mute, but I just, after watching all these years, I usually can bet the full pot on Mageius losing a match.
I don't know if Mageius... I think Mageius has never won a match, if I remember correctly, right?
Until Saturday.
Well, he didn't win the match. He won a race.
Yeah.
He still lost to Zalaskar. And Zalaskar lost the race because he DQ'd.
Okay.
I believe that Mageius is technically ready. He's said that he's waiting on Crypto, but Crypto hasn't selected anything. You're not sure what's going on there. I'm not sure why Crypto isn't looking at the pings there. It's a little weird. Taking a long warm-up here that typically isn't what we're supposed to have, and I can't really do much about that.
Yeah.
But anyways, welcome, Sandwich Fubi. Nice to see you. You just got here in time, yeah, seemingly so. Also, Asder, I know you missed the Zalaskar Mageius match, but you know, I mean, you didn't really miss a ton per se. It's just that, you know, Zalaskar kind of did bull jump and gauntlet full track, which is, you know, not a thing that's legal anymore.
Hello?
I'm a little confused by what Crypto's doing, to be honest with you. Little confused. Also, oh, Boundless. Oh, okay. Gotcha. I'll have to try to remember that, but I make no promises about remembering that Sinuatumi and Boundless are one and the same. The game audio isn't there just because... Oh, Crypto's ready now. Okay.
Oh, good.
Woo!
We can get this match started finally.
Awesome! The countdown is being given, finally. Ooh, countdown been given! We're getting in there now. Bato has said go. Alright. This should be an interesting first track because if Crypto pulls ahead by a significant margin here, then
why is he not started?
I think that's just a delay issue.
And
See, it's not the actual run yet.
oh, good. Doesn't look like the actual run for Mageius either.
Yeah, so it's just the delay of them starting. I think it's like 45 seconds or something like that, if I remember what they told me correctly.
Here we go. Now this looks like the real start.
Yeah, this should be it. All right. Oh, and Muzi is taking a death already. Why did the audio completely go away? What actually happened?
Yeah, I have no idea.
It appears we switched to Mageius' audio, but that also is not there. Hold up, let me switch back to Crypto. There we go, okay.
There we go.
We're just gonna have to stay on Cryptos for now because Mageius' audio seems to have completely disappeared for some reason.
Why is he deliberately going for the left route? You only...
Yeah, you usually only see that for the old methods of doing the skip for Zega Challenge. Like the first of the 3 major skips. I guess he just doesn't feel familiar on the upper level. And both players have taken a death or 2. I believe Mageius may have taken 2 deaths already. I'm not actually sure. But Crypto has a pretty significant lead already. Could die again. Oh, now he can die a couple times. Alright, so it does look like there's a high probability that Crypto does have a more consistent play style than Mageius. But Mageius does have some weird picks, so you never know.
Yeah. He's also known for being very weird with his controller, too.
Yeah, he doesn't take the advice really of anybody when it comes to his controller. So he tends to try to change his sensitivity all the time, even though that's not beneficial in any meaningful way if you are just familiar with the game. So I don't really understand it. And he also thinks that tilting when turning is good, which is like the opposite of reality. When you're turning, tilting, unless you're boosting already, decreases your turn rate. So if you are like trying to get to a hairpin and you just start tilting, it's gonna completely ruin your ability to go through the hairpin. And you can see Crypto looking a lot more comfortable in general with the game. Mageius dying a lot here. And unfortunately, that when you see this sort of a gap already forming in the first track, it kind of is a bad tell sign. That's the word for the rest of the match. Yeah, exactly. So this is probably going to be pretty one-sided unless Mageius has some really weird picks. Crypto playing pretty cleanly, honestly. Only died once, I believe, which is not too bad. Getting a new lap record in tournament, too. And I believe because he's on console, that's most likely a real lap record.
Probably, yeah. The console ones are saved permanently, particularly the 64.
Yeah. A lot harder to do anything about your lap records there.
The Dreamcast version, you can go without it since you can always reset or change a memory card.
I'm not very familiar with Dreamcast, but that sounds probably pretty true.
Yeah, the Dreamcast has a memory card, and it's actually the version that was the base for the Asper ports for the Switch, PS4, and Xbox One.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Characteristics of the Dreamcast version is that every pod has the same sound, which is the sound that this pod's making. It's from the 64 version, but on the 64 version, it's only used for Wan Sandage, Mahonic, Bull's Roar, and I think Gasgano and Bozzy.
I find it very disappointing that they didn't extend the number of engine noises in the future generations of the game. They could have done a lot with it, but they just chose not to.
The Dreamcast version had only one engine sound to compensate for, because I know the Dreamcast and the PC have the full soundtrack, and to accommodate the 64 minimum surge space, it got truncated significantly. 458.
Yeah, 458, both a lap time and a 3-lap time for KryptoRacer that seem to be both BPBs, which is always nice to do in tournament. And sub 5 is probably the very first barrier you want to look into when you think about Zugga Challenge as a speedrun. Now, Mageius is probably going to get slightly over 6 minutes. Yeah, he's going to get over 6 minutes, which is a pretty big gap, but given that he lost over 30 seconds in the second lap alone, I can't say that's very surprising. But yeah, so KryptoRacer going to be taking the first track here, and I think that kind of already sets the tone for the rest of the match, really, unless Mageius can think of something to upset Crypto or surprise him. I wouldn't be shocked if Crypto was somewhat inexperienced in the general department of no upgrades, maybe, and maybe a no upgrades fast lap could be in favor of Mageius. I'm not really sure.
This band for Mageius.
The bans being permabans here, just to clarify that. So we have Abyss being permanently banned by Mageius. We have Grabvine Gateway permabanned by KryptoRacer.
F Rose by Mageius.
And Fire Mountain Rally from KryptoRacer are going to be closing out our permabans here today. So we're not going to be seeing any Bullseye tracks, and we're not going to see Abyss. Alright, temp banned Pod of Ben Quadinaros from Mageius. Not the most surprising pick ever.
Executioner band from Crypto.
Ah, man. Nobody wanted to do Executioner right now, I guess. Because I feel like there was a period, one of these matches that had Executioner banned a lot. Oh my god, crazy. It's just me and King Bean, apparently. Dang. I guess I'm the one who didn't want to do Executioner. Yeah, Ando Prime, Centrum selected without Ben. No forces this time, though. So, optimally, you choose Bull's Roar here, but the best path with anybody in Bulls is a little difficult, to say the least, because of his turn rate.
Yeah, and at lower frame rate, his bottom of the barrel traction makes it even worse.
Oh, yeah. But luckily for both these players, they can play on higher frame rate or higher traction for Mageius as well. And Crypto being stuck at 60 FPS, probably going to go with either minimum traction or just an upgrade or two, if I had to guess. You wouldn't want to go max traction at 60 FPS with Bulls here. That would be not the best decision. But I will be curious if Crypto and Mageius take the correct pass. I think they technically both know it, but You never know with these two racers. You can see anything.
Mageius is fond of taking the scenic routes on this track that has so many options.
Well, that's certainly not a good decision when you want to get a good time. Alright, and both players are already saying that they are ready, so we're going to go ahead and give the countdown and see them off here in a sec. Alright, Ando Prime Centrum, Mageius hovering Mahonic, not sure if that's what he's going to use. Would be an interesting pick. Might actually be smart for Mageius. Bowl's probably a little bit too hard to handle if he has a hard time with Ben. I would say Bowls is objectively harder to handle than Ben.
Easily. Way harder to do.
I think we are going to see a Mahonic pick from Mageius here. And a Bowls Roar pick going to be coming in from Crypto. And I'm not sure if this is the actual start here or not, so I'm not going to mess with the syncs or anything. I don't think it's the actual start, but it might just be Crypto trying out Bowls for a second. Alright, there we go.
And
I believe... I think this is... Yep, this is the actual start. Awesome.
Yeah. I was going to say, this is actually one of the few pods that actually has the sound that it is in the 64 version. Bull sounds just like this in the 64 version. Hit the icicle! Dead on!
Yeah, hitting that icicle is not great.
You have to kind of hit it off center, because if you hit it dead on, it crashes your pod.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what actually governs the mechanics behind that, but it does make a big difference on whether or not you survive. Mageius, I think, overturning a little bit here with Mahonic. Maybe Mars would have been a better pick, not completely certain. You can see Mageius does this really like jerky motion a lot, and I'm not completely sure what causes him to do that, if I'm being entirely honest. It looks like he plays on keyboard, but he plays on controller. Crypto coming up to the second set of hairpins, coming in from the much more difficult side to do it. Not sure why he's opting for the right path, but to each their own, I suppose. And you can see Crypto is just really aware of when he's about to crash, and he's just playing really safe right now, I would say. He cuts his boosts early to make sure that he's not going to run into anything, and he brakes when he needs to. Whereas Mageius kind of has the opposite problem, where he comes at everything with almost the intent of just needing to find a way to boost and like every turn, and oftentimes it gets him killed. But Mageius is taking the best route, which is a big improvement over what he used to do in the past. Crypto coming into the third hairpin while Mageius is finishing up his lap 2. Crypto not a bad pace for bowls. Not a great one, but not a bad one. Very respectable for PS4 bowls, that's for sure. Oh, Mageius switching to a scenic route.
I don't think he was going for the scenic route.
Oh, he wasn't. He just missed? I'm not sure what he did there.
He just missed it.
Crypto coming in with a 255 for bowls. Not too shabby.
Did Mageius' stream just freeze?
At least for a moment it has. I'm not sure if that's going to stay that way or not. It came back for a second. Come on. I believe in you. Hmm. Okay, we have a 341.330 for Mageius. So we're just going to move on to the next track selection and bans. Mageius is going to be banning a pod. If I had to guess, he's probably going to ban Ben again. Oh, bans Bull's Roar. We might be getting a no upgrades pick from Mageius, which he is known for. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw something like a no upgrades gauntlet or something.
I'm not so sure. He's super fond of forcing the lap force now.
Oh, and Crypto actually banning Gauntlet, kind of expecting the no upgrades Gauntlet pick, I would guess, or even a fast lap Gauntlet pick.
Executioner. Yep.
Executioner fast lap. Yep. Alrighty. Executioner fast lap. This could actually not be that horrible of a pick for Mageius, purely because the tubes at a higher frame rate can actually be pretty bad if you don't know what you're doing, to be clear. But we should see another Ben mirror, at least in theory. I know Mageius is fond of just doing random pod selections, but I don't think he's going to get that out of Crypto today. Alright, Mageius is selecting Ben, which is good. Crypto was hovering Odie, and I really hope he doesn't actually go for Odie.
You gotta be kidding me!
He wouldn't actually select Odie, right? Like, okay, good. I was gonna say, Aldar. Wait, what? Did Crypto forget that Ben is still available? Yeah, I think he forgot Ben's still available. I think this is one of those things where it's like you're so used to Ben being banned that when you see Bulls banned, you're like, oh, Ben and Bulls are banned. Let me pick Aldar.
And I think Vito is not, I would say, the third fastest on Executioner because his booster taps out early.
I'm not sure how that actually works out here. I haven't actually tested it, I don't think. But the difference between Aldar and Mars here has got to be exceptionally small compared to most tracks, if at all.
Yes. There you can see how Beto tapped out well before the end of that path.
Yeah.
Which does not happen with Mars, Bulls, and Ben, which are all fast and long enough that they will actually make it all the way through.
Yeah. The shorter the boost duration, the less there is a reason to go on the red carpet path. And additionally, the shorter the boost duration, the less you can use the fast terrain, so it really kind of stacks on top of itself. Both these players not seeming very comfortable here, but I think Mageius just always looks uncomfortable. And Crypto on Aldar, that's gotta be a rough pick. Aldar is not an easy pod to handle, and he's not even as fast as Ben on top of that, so you're not really getting anything out of choosing Aldar here. Alright, both players are ready, so we're going to go ahead and give the countdown, and we're going to see how this goes. I really have no idea what this is going to turn out like. This is the one time where I'm very, very uncertain about how this is going to mix up, because Aldar Beetle, if you crash a lot and don't know what you're doing, Mageius could technically pull out the win. It's not impossible. Ben is really fast. But yeah, I agree with you. If you, especially if you're uncomfortable with Aldar, it would have just been better to go Mars or Ben. If you even if you forget Ben, it would have been better to go Mars here. I really do think this is just kind of a situation where he kind of zoned out the fact that Ben was still available. Is that the real start? I can't tell it because it looks like Mageius' stream is frozen again.
It's frozen at my end.
Well, hopefully that resumes here soon so we can actually get a sync pause in.
I don't think we need a sync. I don't think we need a sync with a flap.
Oh yeah, that's true. We don't really need the sync for the fast lap. So that's fair. We'll just leave it as it is then. So for these racers, there's a chance the first lap could be the fastest for either of them, technically speaking, if you have enough crashes. And Aldar crashing the tube, not a very surprising thing. Mageius coming up on the tube. Oh, tries to take a really weird entrance and dies for it. It would have been better for him to just break almost to zero and go in. Ooh, taking a death in the tube as well. But you can see Mageius really isn't that far behind for a lap 1. If he has a clean lap 2 or 3 and Krypto doesn't have any clean laps, it's not entirely out of the question that this pick works out for him. Although he does seem to struggle on this kind of narrow section. So that might be doing him in. I almost wonder if Mageius likes picking Executioner.
32.39 for Mageius, for Krypto.
Yep. I think Mageius likes picking Executioner because the tubes actually help him not have to drive as much. So it makes the track shorter in a sense. And a 141.9. Only 9.6 seconds behind. Oh,
that's not good.
Krypto's second lap is almost definitively not going to be faster than his first lap here. Meaning it will come down to his third lap, most likely. And he just has a clean lap. Oh! Mageius dying, not what you want to see. If you're a Mageius fan, you want to see him have a clean lap here and try to beat at least that first lap time from Krypto. Krypto taking another death. Securing the, and another one. Yeah, I know you like to say this, but this tube really is what gives the track its name of Executioner.
No other way to describe it. It's the part where you get killed easily.
Oh, and Krypto actually getting a floor death there. That door is very well known for killing people if you're either not paying attention or you just get unlucky and die in the floor. So tilting through the doorway is easily the safest strat for getting through it.
Is it frame rate specific? Because I don't usually die to the door at 24, but I've seen more deaths at 60.
60 FPS is much more likely for it to have happen, yes. And a 147.22. Mageius is not going to be beating Krypto's first lap with this lap, though. He beats his first lap time, but with a death at the very start of the lap, was it worth it? I don't think it was. Because now he has to race really well, and that's a really kind of hard to do when you're starting the lap with a death. Crypto tried to climb the wall to jump in, but didn't tilt, so it didn't matter. Oh. Neither of these players has found a way to get in this tube and survive it the whole way without dying at least once yet. Alright, Crypto getting close to the end of his final fast lap attempt here. Dies one more time, at the same time Mageius also takes a death. And Crypto
38.80.
Crypto's gonna get a 132. I hope he doesn't actually go for the 4th lap, because he's not supposed to. He's just supposed to be done now. I'm not sure if he actually is familiar with the fast lap force.
145. Mageius stopping. I think he's fully committing to the 4th lap. Yeah, he's fully committed to the 4th lap.
Oh, I don't think even if I pinged him that he would see it in a time that would actually matter. But,
This means that means that this lap is not going to count.
Yeah, this 4th lap doesn't actually mean anything. I'm not sure. I don't think Crypto is just aware of the fact that he didn't. And also, Crypto technically didn't have to do 4 laps because he's on console, so he doesn't have the glitch, but... Huh. Well, regardless, Crypto did take that race, so we are going to give Crypto the point because he doesn't get DQ'd for completing the 4th lap. It just doesn't matter. It just isn't relevant and can't be counted for anything.
This is gonna be probably his fastest one, sadly.
It wasn't, actually. First lap was the fastest.
Okay.
Must have been extra def in there. Well, regardless, Crypto is still taking that win. So, Mageius' fastest lap was about 1:40. And Crypto's was 1:32. So, we do have a match point situation here for KryptoRacer, but it is still Mageius' pick, so can't count out that he has something that could work.
Roar.
Waiting on a track ban from KryptoRacer. I'm expecting probably the same ban as last time's, so most likely a gauntlet ban, but we'll see. Seems to be taking his time thinking about it, which is okay. I mean, he probably just wants to get this win over with and not have to deal with a race 5. And I believe this is the second to last match for Mageius. He just has That's No Good remaining.
Yep.
So, the match between That's No Good and Mageius will certainly determine if Mageius gets the bottom seed. Alright, we have the classic.
I'm guessing Gauntlet Flap.
Gauntlet Fast Lap or Gauntlet No Upgrades. Those are most likely what we're going to see. Although, we might get some... Oh, the gauntlet, so we're correct about that. And fastest lap. Alrighty.
That's... Oh my god. That's the second time I predicted Mageius' pick spot on exact.
Let's see if we get another Alzar Bidu pick from Crypto here.
And Beto is like probably 5th or 6th fastest here.
I think Beto is maybe probably 4th or 5th. I don't think he would go as low as 6th because Mahonic is definitively worse than Eldar. But with the boost duration of Elon Mac and Mars Glow, it's not impossible that they handle the off-road section just so much better that they're faster. I don't think it's likely, but it's not impossible.
Well, it's just that I know that fully upgraded Ben, Bowles, Mars, and Elon are pretty much the only pods that can make the whole off-road path under boost.
Yeah, that is true. It's just a matter of how does it work out in terms of losing time on the off-road to gaining time everywhere else, you know what I mean? It's a hard trade-off, and I'm not really sure how it works out. Regardless, Ben is still fastest as a pick here, because obviously Ben is available, so there's literally no reason to not pick him, but... In general... Oh, is that another Aldar pick? I think it is.
He's going with Eldar. He has no idea. He's picking Ben, and he's picking Ben's band with Bowles.
He either is thinking that, or he just wants to go Eldar. I couldn't tell you. Maybe he just saw the margins that he won by and was like, it's fine. Alright, both players are ready, so the countdown is being given. And we'll see how the sync works out this time. I mean, it doesn't matter again, but I am curious. Alright, countdown has been given. Should be, another half minute before we see anything. Hopefully Crypto doesn't actually do the 4th lap this time.
Yeah, that would be a very long one on this track. This is the longest track in the game by distance and the second longest by time after Fire Mountain Rally.
Yeah, and with Aldar Beto, it probably is longer than Fire Mountain Rally.
Yeah, because...
Well, actually, Aldar might be able to get like a 5:10, so... Well... Fire Mountain can be done is 5:06, so I don't know. Is it actually?
We're on Flap, and Flap with Gauntlet full is just under 140 with Ben.
Yeah, the current record is a 137 something, and you can expect around a 142 or 140 with Aldar under like top level conditions, so we'd probably expect to see maybe like a minute 50 to 2 minute time with Crypto.
Yeah, and
Mageius' stream is all over the place, but it is still functioning somewhat. Alright, well this is where you're gonna see Mageius is gonna actually gain time here, and he did. He's ahead of Crypto by time right now in the first lap.
The other thing to watch out for on this track is a soft blocking rock, which I'm a bit concerned about with Crypto here because he has no recovery option if he gets soft blocked here.
Yeah, Crypto would straight up have to hope that Mageius would be nice enough to give him another lap. Otherwise, he would lose automatically. I mean, he can complete a lap. Like, if he finishes the first lap, he is guaranteed to have a time. But it doesn't mean that he's going to have the best time necessarily. Also, I did notice that Mageius is actually trying to take really good paths here. So it appears he's been studying. He just hasn't gotten the execution down yet.
Uh-oh!
Oh, okay. I think Crypto's fine because he died really before the rock. Yeah, he's fine. Whew. Alright, he's gonna have a guaranteed time here. Gonna be just around the 2-minute mark.
1:59.59.
I'm not sure, has Mageius gotten a sub-2 time on Gauntlet before? I mean, he's pretty close, but I don't know if he's actually gotten one before. Ooh!
I don't think he has.
Takes a death coming out of the tube there. If you're upside down like that, it's pretty impossible to survive, really. And a 2:21, a new lap record showing up. Not sure if that's real or not. I kind of feel like it is. I don't think Mageius deletes his files. Alright, Aldar coming around the off-road. Going to be losing time here from that, but I don't think it's going to make a huge difference with the way that Mageius has been taking deaths. Ooh, Mageius missing the reboost. Not good if you're doing these strategies that he's doing. But like I said, Mageius seems to have studied the routes of things, which is pretty massive improvement for him. He used to just go wherever.
Yeah.
I do think that Mageius wants to get better. He just doesn't like have the execution down in any capacity.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure what holds him back from getting it. I don't know if it's a control issue, like he just refuses to be on the same control scheme all the time, or if it's his muscle memory from other games, because Mageius does do a lot of other games.
Oh no!
Mageius looping back around, missing the entrance out of the bowl. Wow. That's always a fun time. And Crypto coming in with a better time. Oh, yeah. Takes off 4 seconds. He plays other games in kind of the same way, so he learns a lot of games but doesn't go very far into them, except for maybe a couple is what I'm kind of getting as an understanding here. But I do agree with Metallica that Mageius looks better on the track than he did before, for sure. Like,
no.
Even though he used to look really bad compared to what he does now, that doesn't mean that he is good enough to get the fastest lap over Crypto here. We'll have to find out, but it gets a 2:17. Like, that's.
And this is certainly gonna be probably Crypto's slowest run.
Yeah, not looking good on the heat department here.
Wasn't the heat department? He didn't hit the boost and went slow the whole off-road.
Yeah, and well, I mean, like, that is really bad for numerous reasons, right? Like, it's bad because you're going slower as a base speed, it's bad because you're underheating, and those two combined is a lot of time loss. Yeah, I can see that, Asder. That seems about right. Okay, I hope Mageius doesn't try to take... Oh, and he's going to take the off-road shortcut, but he's not cutting any distance, essentially, and he's not able to boost the whole way. That's probably not the best decision there. It would have been better to just take the long route, I think. Alright, Crypto coming up to the end of his final fast lap attempt. And he actually gets a better time. I think he just reduced the number of deaths. And is he going to drive around the whole way again?
It looks like it.
Oh my. You know, he asked if only the first 3 laps counted for fastest lap, so I kind of assumed that he knew that he didn't have to drive the 4th lap after that. Guess I should have clarified. I just thought that since he asked, it would have made a difference. But I do believe that this confirms that Crypto will be winning the match. We have to wait and see for sure. But a minute 53 is Crypto's fastest lap time here. And I don't think Mageius can beat that now. Because Mageius is already at a 2-minute lap, I'm pretty certain. But we will wait and make sure. Mageius just... Oh, this is a best of 7, so this was match point. And... Yep. Alright, well... That confirms Crypto is the winner. And once he gets in here...
Thought for a second he was gonna soft lock, which would have terrified me.
I mean, it doesn't really matter, but
yeah,
it is kind of funny that could have happened. All right, and that'll be the match. So we'll see if we can get them in here for interviews. Certainly was an interesting match. Not really sure, what else can be said. I mean, you can only ever expect so much out of, like, Mageius's current consistency. Now, that's not to say he can't get better in the future, but as of right now, he hasn't shown that he has that in him yet. So, welcome, Crypto. Congratulations on the win today.
Thank you.
I would like to know why you chose Aldar in the last 2 tracks.
I'm not too sure. I thought he was supposed to be good, but now I don't know.
Well,
he's big and bulky, and I was like, yeah.
I mean, he is good, but Ben was available, so I just don't understand why you went for Aldar.
Oh, that's right. He was available. He was been temp banned so much. I was like, oh, I'll just go with this, but I realized no, he banned both Noir.
Zip.
Yeah.
Welcome, Mageius. How you feeling?
Hey. Considering that a few of my tracks were horrible as anything, holding up.
Yeah, that's understandable. I mean, I do think that you had a good strategy, like with the last 2 picks being the fastest lap there, because you kind of threw off Crypto's pod choice, kind of funnily enough. And if you had just taken out a couple of deaths here or there, you could have taken one of those tracks for sure.
I know, that's why I was so annoyed. Especially Gauntlet. Sorry, wait, I'm wrong. Executioner. I actually have literally a sub 130 for a fast lap for that thing. I'm annoyed on that one.
Yeah. Could have taken that one.
The saddest thing is that's actually from a lap 1 time.
Oh, man. Yeah. I've had some fast laps in the past that have been first lap times, and you're always like, man, why, though?
Yeah, did what I could on that one. But I have shown improvement. It's just trying to get down now, like, more of my slides and other stuff. Because it started off with, like, last few races not using it, now throwing it back on one of my buttons, so trying to work out all the other stuff, but at least shown improvement. I hope.
Yeah, you're definitely getting better. I mean, I'm noticing that you've been doing your homework in terms of, like, the routing and stuff, so it's good stuff, man.
By the way, did you see on Gauntlet what happened with my pod when coming out of the first tunnel?
Oh, so you were upside down when you were exiting the tunnel, and when the game tried to turn you around, it just held you forward.
Oh no, wasn't saying that. Wasn't saying that. I was saying the whole like my pod teleporting slightly.
I think that's just the animation, like when it struggled to put you back forward. But I'd have to rewatch it.
Coming out on the flat thing before the jump. It's hard to tell on that one whether or not it's with the animation on that one, but it sure is amusing.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't see you crash and then overshoot and had to take the bull again.
Well, that was funny. I was annoyed with that one because it's just like I was almost back and then no. That annoyed me.
Dying that way on the bull is it's entertaining to watch, but frustrating to have happen for sure.
Oh, I don't mind if it's frustrating on that one because it entertains the viewers. That's what I think we all are here for.
Yep. At the end of the day, we're here to put on a good show, right?
Yep.
Put on a good show that the game is fun and encourage people to try picking it up.
Yes,
For sure.
Definitely.
And I think that we've done a good job of that today. You two certainly put on a good match here. And I do really think that it was kind of closer than the score implies, purely because Mageius was only a couple deaths away from taking a track or two there.
Joseph getting better.
Yep, for sure. Gradual improvement. And there's still a whole tournament ahead of us, so you never know.
It's only taken a few years on that one, but finally with an actual decent control scheme, hey, it helps.
Hey, you know what? That's true. Good control scheme helps.
Yep. Still have to learn I still have to learn a few of the other tracks, but at least picked a few that are like, okay, I could probably pick up most of this stuff on that one because they're not too crazy.
Yeah. You should try picking up like Aqualar's Classic or Bunta Training Course or something like that, just to try to, really nail the fundamental stuff.
Already done that with Bunta on that one. Already have on that one. It's just
okay. I don't remember what your Buntas looked like in the past, so I'd have to see it again.
Present 151 and change with Ben, and then a 34 and change with Ben.
Oh, 34 and change for the fast lap. That's not too bad at all.
Not bad at all. Yeah.
But yeah, GG's again, Crypto on the win. It was a fun match to watch. I know that I believe Crypto, you still have a race or two left to do, or a match or two left to do, right?
I have at least one. I know I'm talking about scheduling the one of them.
Yeah,
I know I have one more to schedule as well.
Yep, one more for you, Mageius, versus That's No Good.
I think your last one is with That's No Good too, Crypto.
It is.
I always wanted to make the joke about just having a three-way thing and basically just have it be fun.
Oh my god.
I feel like we should have like more than 1v1 eventually, but can't be doing that for this tournament, unfortunately.
I know.
It's stylized, but
I know.
I do think it would be funny to have a match like that.
It would actually on that one. Get a community race together with like 12 of us, and then just do like a actual. I mean, hey, that's the number of racers you got. Normally,
yeah, that would be pretty interesting. But yeah, I look forward to seeing your guys' future matches. And at current, the next match is actually Knock versus That's No Good at 9 in the morning tomorrow. And King Bean Dip versus Goofbrush at 1 in the afternoon tomorrow.
Well,
I will be
doing both of those, so.
And I will be doing commentary on King Bean Dip versus Goof, so you'll see me tomorrow there.
Yeah. So I look forward to seeing you guys at those matches. I want to thank everybody here, Crypto, Mageius for the match, Draco for joining me, everybody in the chat, and of course, as always, SpeedGaming for letting us host our tournament here. Always wonderful to work with you guys, and just giving us this platform is really always great for the community, so I appreciate it. And I hope that everybody has a good rest of their day. Good luck to everybody, and may the force be with you.
Good luck, everyone.
Night all.
You too.